to Amy Rose Reed's Scooby Doo on Zombie Island 1997 version. I'm Amy Rose. Now let's continue where we left off, shall we? The hauntings might only just be the beginning, but when the sun sets, the ghosts get more creepy, Simona explained as Fred then films Velma floating into the air. How is this possible? Velma was getting weirded out by this, so Shaggy and Scooby pulled Velma down to the ground. The next scene fades to the gang looking through the camera footage, and they took a better look at what was making this writing appear. Fred zoomed in the footage to see a ghost of Morgan's Moonscar. Simone shows a book to the gang of what was happening. We don't get scared that easily, Daphne said with excitement in her tone. The next scene transitions to Scooby and Shaggy having a picnic outside near the garden. Then Scooby sees the cats again. The chase goes on again. The scene goes on until a grouchy fisherman looked to see Scooby. He was being a riot. "You mutt, get him, Mojo," the fisherman said. Now Mojo is a fisherman's hunting warthog in the 1998 version of the movie. But in this 1997 version, Mojo wasn't really a warthog, but he was more of a tiger. He chases Scooby and as he ran past Shaggy, he turned around to see the tiger running very fast. "Zoinks!" Shaggy shrieked when he saw the tiger. So Shaggy and Scooby both ran as fast as they can to ditch the tiger. They soon fell into a deep hole. Shaggy and Scooby looked up to see the tiger roaring at them as the tiger walked away. Shaggy and Scooby then looked in the sky to see a zombie pirate, which is the Morgan Moonscar, groaning and moaning. Shaggy and Scooby quickly jump out of the hole, and they ran screaming until they bumped into the gardener. The gardener was ticked off. "What the heck are you doing here, ruining my flower beds?" Bella asked with anger as Velma, along with Daphne, Lena, Simone, and Fred appeared from the bushes. "What's going on, you guys?" Velma asked. "We can hear you screaming from the house." "We saw a pirate Moonscar. He looked like a zombie," Shaggy explained. "Oh dear," Simone said. Shaggy and Scooby then took to the gang to see where they found the zombie. They got in the hole and looked inside. "Are you sure you saw a zombie?" Fred asked. "We know a zombie when we see one," Shaggy replied. Velma asked the gardener some questions, but he ignored them and walked away. "He's kind of cute," Daphne said. "Well, maybe we should get going," Fred suggested. Daphne replied that she didn't want to leave yet. Simone then offers the gang to spend the night in a haunted house, which the gang agreed to that. Lena said that she would get dinner started. The scene fades to Lena showing the gang their rooms. Shaggy asked when dinner will be ready yet. "I haven't knew anyone would eat that much as you guys," Lena chuckled. When Lena showed Fred his room, she flirted with him, while Daphne wasn't happy with Lena flirting with her best friend. "Thanks." Daphne turned around when she saw in the room to see that Lena was gone. Now Daphne's eyes are filled with tears, as I can tell Daphne was going to cry. I had a feeling that Lena was stealing Fred away from her. She had a crush on Fred at the same time Daphne does. The next scene shows the gang in the dining room, where Simone suggested Scooby to eat somewhere else. Lena made a suggestion for Scooby and Shaggy to eat inside the mystery machine, which they agreed, and Shaggy and Scooby were seen inside the van eating dinner, when Scooby was getting ticked off at the cats being a nuisance. Shaggy drove the van down to the swamp to find a quiet area to eat, as they ate hot pepper. The scene goes normal when Shaggy and Scooby ran into the swamp to drink some water. When the green light is shown, and points down deep in the water. When Shaggy and Scooby looked to see a zombie crawling out of the ground, they began to see more zombies around the place. Shaggy and Scooby were able to drive down a few miles when the mystery machine got stuck. I can see the zombies looking really decayed. They had some blood on their clothes, and even their flesh were being shown. This was getting a bit disturbing, so I ignored it. The next scene shows back at the haunted house, where the gang hears Shaggy and Scooby screaming. The hauntings are just beginning, Simone said to the gang at the dining table. We better go find Shaggy and Scooby, Velma said. Fred agreed and said to Simone and Lana that they would be going out to find Shaggy and Scooby. Simone agreed as the next scene transitions to Fred, Daphne, and Velma walking around the swamp. They soon ran into Bo, who said he heard them screaming, and he mentioned that he ran into Shaggy and Scooby again, hearing about zombies. I'll go with Bo, Velma said, as she went with Bo and Daphne and Fred both went together. The scene was going just very well and normal, but when Daphne opened the van doors and screamed, the scream sounded like Daphne was being stabbed by a killer. What the heck is this? Daphne shrieked. She can see that she saw leftover dinner. I thought there was going to be a dead body or something, but luckily there wasn't. Fred climbed in the van and to have a closer look. Well, I guess the boys like your girlfriend's dinner, huh? She's not my girlfriend, Daph, Fred replied. I just said I enjoyed her cooking. Daphne felt something grabbing her shoulder. As she grabbed the arm of someone and threw it over her shoulder. Daphne, are you? Fred was then cut off by Daphne ranting. I can handle this myself, thank you, Daphne replied. Fred got a closer look to see the zombie pirate. I think it's a gardener, Fred said. We'll just see about that, Daphne said. She tried to pull the head off the body. Shaggy and Scooby then showed up and freaked out the pirate zombie. It's pretty much a mask. It's the cheesiest mask I've ever seen, Fred said, but Daphne couldn't pull the head off of the pirate zombie. It feels real, Daphne said. Fred then gave it a try. Within a few pulls, the head popped out, revealing some blood squirting out of the neck. Now that was very disturbing. Very disturbing. Sorry. Why have blood in a kid's movie? It's real. Fred was surprised. The headless body got up and picked up the head and placed it back on. Daphne and Fred were surprised to see more zombies appearing everywhere in the swamp. Shaggy and Scooby ran away again. Then all of a sudden, Daphne and Fred heard a blood-curdling scream. The scream was from Lena, and it sounded like as if she was being gutted alive. It's Lena. We left her and Simone unprotected, Fred said as he and Daphne began to run until Fred dropped the video camera into the quicksand and disappeared. Fred and Daphne began to run away from the zombies. The most disturbing thing is that the zombies were decayed and covered in blood. Now I was starting to get a bit nervous about this freaky 1997 version of Scooby Doo on Zombie Island. I mean, why would there be blood in a kids' movie? I continue to watch the movie as the Terror Time Again song begins to play as the two duos were running away from the zombies. Daphne and Fred met up with Bo and Velma again and explained about what was going on when they floated in the air. They were panicking on what was going on. Then another scene fades to Shaggy and Scooby playing with dolls that looked like their friends. I wonder who made those dolls, Shaggy asked as he and Scooby were soon chased off by bats. They soon ran into more zombies. The next scene shows Daphne and Fred along with Bo and Velma inside Simone's house. They were looking for Lena and Simone when Fred fell through the staircase. Lena explained about the zombies spotted her and Simone, and she also said that the zombies dragged Simone away. Lena was in Fred's arms at this point. Don't worry, we'll find her and it's going to be okay. Fred comforted Lena as he, along with Velma, Bo, and Daphne, walked down the tunnel. By the time they reached into a voodoo ritual room, it was a trap. It's too late for you now, Simone chuckled evilly. She and Lena used the voodoo dolls and tied Fred, Daphne, Bo, and Velma up. I'm sorry, Fred. I really do like you, Lena smirked evilly. Just what are you planning to do to us? Fred asked. It's very simple, Simone explained as she turned to face the moon dial. Soon the midnight point is reached on the moon dial, and the ceremony will begin, Simone replied. You won't get away with this, Daphne ranted as she struggled to get free, as Simone and Lena both chuckled. We've been getting away with this for 200 years. Simone laughed as she and Lena started to turn into their werecat forms, which was only part of the transformation. And this is where I will stop for part 3. Stay tuned for part 4 of Amy Rose Reed's Scooby Doo on Zombie Island 1997 version.